Welcome to another series of Live with Suzi. I'm very, very happy and honored to be sitting next to Mojean Aria, an Australian Iranian actor who happens to be in Los Angeles for the past few years. And he's been extremely active, very caring, and advocate, and a great actor, I must say, who I had a chance and honor to meet in an event a few weeks ago here in Beverly Hills. And I got to know him a little bit, and I thought, you Iranian people have to get to know people like Mojean Aria and see what he's up to and what he's been doing, and we are very proud of you. Thank you for accepting my interview and being here today.
No, it's my pleasure. And first, I feel like I have to apologize because...
What for, dear?
Well, because I'm going to do the interview in English.
Oh, everyone is used to it. All our young people do that. Okay.
Do it in English just because
showing off his Persian, that was cool at the beginning. We are proud of that.
Tell me.
Okay, a handsome man and well-dressed. Not a typical American, I must say. Very kind of European touch, Australian, I don't know somehow. But anyhow, let's get into the real work that you do. I know he's very busy shooting few movies, etc., and yet he's here because he cares for his Iranian audience and viewers. We appreciate that.
Merci.
Tell us about 2017 and that you got an acceptance for, I don't want to make a mistake here because I know you were given this prestigious award from the Heath Ledger Scholarship. Tell us about it and all the people that are on the board that you got acceptance from, all these big names. How did it feel and how did that all come about?
Well, it's from an initiative called Australians in Film. So Australian actors have been doing really well here for a long time with Nicole Kidman and Russell Crowe. And so they supported this initiative called Australians in Film that kind of develops Australian talent. It creates a network of people. I wish Iranian said something like that here.
Exactly.
But they give an award out every year to an Australian actor that they help take them to another step in their career. And the year that I won it, I was very lucky to have Gary Oldman and Naomi Watts and amazing producers in Emil Sherman, Brina Papandrea, many other people. But it felt great. It felt great because, well, for me, most importantly, it felt great because it finally opened the doors that I've been trying to open for over 10 years.
So 10 years prior to getting that award, you've been working in the film industry, doing acting and stuff.
More than 10 years actually. I did my first feature film when I was 12 years old.
Oh, 12 years old, okay.
So
did you start from the film or television or theater?
I started off with film actually, but I always went like to theater, and all the best schools are theater trained schools, so I always studied in theater, but professionally I mainly have worked in film.
Okay.
But so yeah, when I won that, it felt great. I mean, I think I got a little too emotional in my speech, and I might have said
That's what I heard. Very heartfelt.
Yeah, I was very
emotional.
intense and very, and I, used the wrong wording for some things and messed up some speech stuff, but it was. But
it all came from your heart.
Yeah, it was
overwhelming. Which is why it was very
me.
impressive.
Yeah, and it was very, it has directly been a part of every success that I've had after that. Has really been about what happened that night.
Okay, and did you get your family's support doing what you had the passion for, especially your mother, whom you happen to be very close with?
Yeah, I'm very close with my mom, and she's always been very supportive of me, and she has like a great sense of the arts, and she's very hard on my work, and if everyone likes my work, she critiques it, and she has like good taste in actors. She loves Sean Penn, and so she showed me like Anthony Hopkins movies when I was young, and
I just wanted to know, where did you get all that support and love for the movie
mainly
industry?
From my mom, and I was very grateful that I was raised in Sydney, and Sydney has an amazing infrastructure of schooling for the performing arts.
Exactly.
So which more so than what Los Angeles has actually, but
that's amazing.
So, yeah, much more.
Wow.
In terms of training, but.
And how long have you been here now in LA?
I've had a base in LA for about 5 to 6 years here.
Okay.
But I mean, I spent most of last year in Canada working, and so it's kind of where the work is.
I see. Now, tell us about the project that I came to meet with you and saw you about these two lovers, the Iranian movie, and meeting the producer. And how did you meet her? Talking about Chelsea. How did you come about meeting her, or how did she find you, rather? I don't know which way it went. And tell us about that, since this is our viewership with Iranian. I'm sure they would be more interested to hear about that.
Yeah, well, what happened was a few years ago, I got offered to do this Iranian gay short film. And I met with the team, and I thought the team was really good. But if I can be honest, I was very scared to do the film. And just
in what way?
I was scared to do the film because I had what was supposed to be a big studio movie coming out at the same time. That was like a $14 million boxing movie. And my managers and my agents at the time, all the people around me, were like, you shouldn't do, you know, anything like that's gay or Middle Eastern. People would get the wrong idea of you, and I know nothing about the American industry, you know, so I'm like doe-eyed, and I'm very scared, and also just like, you know, I really wanted to go to Iran and feel comfortable going to Iran, and so I refused to do the film. And the director was like, that's okay, I'd like to have a lunch with you. And at the lunch, the director showed me a lot of proof about the high rate of suicide in the Middle East and in Iran, because there is no stories being made for them. And when there's no stories and there's no representation, when you're not seeing yourself, there's quite a level of depression that can set in. So I was like, oh, I can't just think about my managers and whatever. And so I did the film, and funny enough, it was the most successful thing I've ever done to date.
You must have been brave at the time and very passionate, of course.
Well,
and to accept such a project, especially after being told maybe you better not, and yet you went and followed your heart and what you thought was right. So my hat off to you on that.
Yeah, I think you know, storytelling at the highest capacity is supposed to be about saving lives, and when you can see that a story can directly save lives, you know, it's an honor to be a part of it. So
true.
I did that, and ended up winning awards at Cannes, and ended up being screened for the United Nations, and opened more doors for me than that big studio film that completely, you know, didn't do very well.
Right.
So after that, I always wanted to make a feature version of that movie, but I didn't want the characters to die like they do in the short. I wanted there to be hope. But
happy ending, rather.
I wanted there to be a happy ending, but also a hopeful ending. I wanted people to see that there's hope, and it's not just death and destruction in this world. There's a lot of beautiful things and beautiful people, and people come together.
True.
So, but my career wasn't in a stage up until I won the Heath Ledger Award. Now, when I won that Heath Ledger Award and scholarship and all that,
a lot more doors and opportunities happened. Right.
And I was like, this is the kind of movie that I want to make. And I was able to, you know, get a hold of this script. And I already had a great relationship with one of the producers of the short, Tommy May, she had gone on to do amazing projects with Beasts of No Nation and Skin.
Right.
And then I met Chelsea Stanley, who I completely fell in love with her. And
she is an excellent human being, by the way. I got an opportunity to meet with her, and I wish she would be here today, but she's in New York, so she said hello and she couldn't be here. She wanted to be here for your support. I said, I'll take care of him. He doesn't need your support. Not
amazing.
In my studio and interview.
Yeah, she's amazing.
But she's a lovely person.
Her taste is amazing, her creativity. Right. She's, you know, been a part of like some cult classic movies, and she's got an indigenous background from New Zealand, so she understands the struggle of misrepresentation. But yet she's also grown up, you know, in this industry, so she's got this incredible eye for artistry, and she's got this love for Iran, and so she just feels like the perfect person. And on top of that, she's winning a different accolade every week, it feels like, at this point. So that was a match made in heaven, and I feel like together we're going to make this beautiful, beautiful movie. So
hopefully that's your next project starting February 2020,
Well, it's not my next project, because I'm shooting one.
Already for that?
No, I'm shooting something else.
Oh, okay.
Like in between, like in the middle of a couple of different things right now. But we're going to shoot in February for sure, February or March.
Yes.
And right now we're just getting together the cast, and it's exciting because it's the first film that I can ever remember or ever seen where I'm going to get the most incredible Iranian actors, and we're going to mix them with, you know, Anglo-Saxon actors. And so it's this kind of blend.
Very
of East.
exciting.
It's amazing, you know what I mean? And I can't wait for that energy, because you've got these Iranians that are like lions and poets mixed with, you know, these like British UK actors.
The whole combination.
It's just a whole color palette, rainbow.
Awesome.
That's what it's supposed to be, you know. We're supposed to, you know, resonate with different people and see that we're more alike than different. So
well, we can't wait to see the outcome of that movie,
Thank
which
you for
I'm
being
sure
a
would be
supporter of
great.
this.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
So not only Mojean is a great actor, he's also an advocate, and he actually goes out there and helps the community, which is why I'm so proud of him, because I'm always involved with the community myself. And I think talking is good, but actual action is always speaks louder, as we all are aware of it. So now you, I know, go out there, help different organizations by being there, talking about issues that are close to your heart. And do you want to talk about it? And what made you be so passionate about this stuff at such a young age? I mean, for me, being active and passionate is my age, dear. But a young person like you, starting so well into the community, is really admirable.
Well, I think just by the nature of being Iranian, you kind of know that, you know, there are some people that don't have privilege. And, you know, I know since a very young age, my mom would always, you know, try to help the people in Iran, and she would go to Afghanistan to help. So that was always very apparent to me at a very young age. But for me, I mean, I always hope my work speaks for itself, the projects I choose to be a part of and the characters that I choose to play. But any time that I'm given an opportunity to directly talk about the issues to the right audiences, then yeah, I mean, that's why on Thief of Sleep, the movie in February, we kind of have partnered with 2 Iranian LGBTQ organizations.
Right.
So with Mohseni at Cross Cultural Expressions and Shervin Khomani on Raho.
Both of them really doing such great
work, and such you know, underappreciated work. You know, I'm an actor, so at the end of the day, people clap for me and they're like, oh, you do. But you know, they are the people who are really doing, you know, the groundwork, making sure people they feel heard. So yeah,
totally, which is very important, because you know, when we have the knowledge, we can be more powerful, we can become helpful, and we can make actions, and we can things you know, happen. And by talking about it, having organizations like that within our community, it's all very helpful. But having people like Mojean being there, talking to young people, giving them hope, it's really very helpful.
Nice.
So I know you're busy. I know we need to wrap up. I want to talk about your upcoming projects, if you would, because I know we have a couple of premieres coming up November with your movies. So if you want to talk about them to us.
November 1st is probably something that I have that I'm very excited about. It's one of the first shows for Apple. It's written by Stephen Knight and directed by Francis Lawrence, and it'll be on Apple TV+. It's going to be launching the streaming service, and
beautiful. It's
post-apocalyptic, starring Jason Momoa, and I have a really amazing part in that I'm very excited about.
Great, congrats.
And then after that, November 5th, it's an Australian war-Vietnam epic that comes out here November 5th, and I play a real-life Australian war hero that won the Medal of Gallantry, Lieutenant Gordon Sharp. And then, right now I'm shooting a Western with Jason Momoa again, so I'm very
excited about that.
We worked together well, and yes, I'm very grateful.
So how many hours do you work in 24 hours a day? 22? When I'm reading script one after next shooting, yes.
Oh, sometimes 24 of those 24 hours. But yeah.
Any advice for young people out there wanting to become an actor?
Yeah, just learn, watch, and yeah, don't rush the business aspect of things, and you know, make sure you fall in love with the right kind of craft, you know, of it. Yeah.
Who was your inspiring actor, Mojean, when you were growing up? Who did you look up to mainly?
Many, Javier Bardem and Sean Penn, Marlon Brando, Montgomery Clift.
Oh wow!
So yeah, I've kind of pulled
all my favorites.
Yeah, and then a lot of Iranian actors that inspire me. Navid Mohammadzadeh, also actresses, Marion Cotillard and Meryl Streep, of course. So,
of course. Well done, well done. Well, we need to wrap up this interview, but please do promise to come back.
I will,
and we can come to the sets if you ever allow us.
Yeah, you guys will, February.
Absolutely, and we'll be closely watching you, and we are very proud of you, and thanks again for your time, and all the best, and continue your good work.
Merci.
Take care.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.